Hello everyone, in today's video, we're going to make use of Readdy AI, Gemini, as well as the Fake Store API to create a simple shopping cart application. For the design, we're going to make use of Readdy AI. For the functionalities, we're going to make use of Gemini. And then for the product name, product title, product description, category, rating, as well as image, we're going to make use of the Fake Store API to integrate that. So before we proceed, let me share a little bit of information about what Readdy AI is all about. Readdy AI is an AI-powered platform that allows you to translate or transform your ideas into polished, production-ready designs and delivers them as clean code, which you can export to your own application at a very fast speed. If I scroll further down, you can see that to get started, all you need to do is to come up with an idea. Then you get to launch this in minutes by inputting that idea into the AI chatbot. You can see on the landing page, we have different professional designs that have already been created, which you can also utilize. For instance, if I click on this financial advisor site, if I click on view, you can see we have access to this template. It's an HTML template, and you can just click on use these templates to make use of this design. You can see this is looking very good in terms of design. It was generated using the chatbots on the Readdy AI platform. When you take a look at the pricing plan for the Readdy AI platform, you have access to free, starter, as well as the pro plan. For the free plan, you have access to 250 credits per month, and for the starter plan, you have access to 2,500 credits per month for a yearly subscription and $24 per month for 6,000 credits for a yearly subscription. If you prefer the monthly plan, you can click on the monthly plan tab and you can see the price, which is 19 per month for the starter plan, as well as 40 per month for the pro plan. So to test this out, you can always start with the free plan, and if you want to subscribe to the premium plan, I have an affiliate link in the description box. Feel free to check it out. When you make use of the affiliate link, I'll get a small percentage, which kinds of encouragement to create this video. And with that, we can get started with this project. Quick pause. This video is sponsored by Angular.ng. Angular.ng is a free productivity tool I'm currently working on. It's still a work in progress, but I already have 2 apps created on this platform. I already have a currency converter application as well as an invoice generator application created on this platform. Over time, I intend to add more productivity tools which you can make use of. If you're always looking out for productivity tools, I intend to make this platform be one of the most comprehensive free tools you have out there that gives people access to free productivity tools. So let me give you a quick look at what this dashboard of this project looks like. If I click on the login button, if I click on the logout button, I get navigated to the login page. Then I'm going to sign in with my Google account, select my email address, and get navigated to the dashboard. As you can see, this is the user interface for the currency converter application. I'm not going to test it out. You can do that on your end by heading to angular.ng. And also, I have my invoice generator ready as well. You have the ability to add an invoice. You have an ability to view created invoice, download the invoice that has been created, as well as delete the created invoice. If you have any feedback on this project, you can always reach out to me by clicking on the message icon on the bottom right side of the website. And with that, let's head back to the project. To get started with this tutorial, I'm going to click on the login button. If you are new to Readdy AI and you don't have any account, you can click on the get started button to get started and follow along. So let's select the login button and then sign in with my email address. So I'm going to select continue with Google, select my Google account, and as you can see, I get navigated to the Readdy AI dashboard. I already have a couple of projects created, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to create a new project. You have 2 options. You have the web as well as the app. You also have the option of selecting React Next.js, which is recommended. You also have option of HTML, Vue, Vue.js, as well as React. I'm going to go with the traditional HTML, and then I'm going to name my project Shopping Carts, and then I'm going to click on Create. So the new project is going to get created for us. As you can see, we are now presented with the Readdy AI prompt, which also has 2 tabs, the web as well as the app. Just like I did in the previous page, I'm going to stick with the web. I already have my prompt ready. What I'm going to do is just to paste it in. As you can see, we now have our prompts available in the Readdy AI chat inputs box. I'm going to make this available in the description box on YouTube if you want to make use of something like this to generate your own prompt as well. It's just something very simple. It's me instructing Readdy AI to generate 10 more products for an e-commerce product listing website, each product should have the following field: an ID, name, category, price, description, rating, stock, images, and a featured page, as well as ensure the data is returned as an array of objects. I don't think this might be relevant for now until probably we get to the part where we need to integrate the functionality using Gemini. So all I'm going to do next is to click on the send button, and Readdy AI will think about the page structure and then come up with a design for us, as you can see on the page. As you can see, it creates a list of instructions it intends to integrate: the product listing page layout. It sets out what it intends to do: the product design card, the grid layouts, the data organization, and then the visual hierarchy. So all you need to do, if you are satisfied with what you have, is to click on generate. But if you are not satisfied, you might want to add extra changes in this input field. But for us, we are satisfied with what we see because it seems to cover everything that we've imputed into the input field. And then I'm going to click on generate, and then the design starts getting generated for us. As you can see, this is the design Readdy AI comes up with. You can see we have all the products we specify. I think we informed Readdy AI to generate 10 products. So we have 4, 8, 9, 10. So it's able to execute that instruction, and we inform Readdy AI to create the rating, the description, as well as the product name. So the design is looking very good in my opinion. And then you have a drop down that shows all the category, as well as a sort drop down button as well. Then you have extra pages like the categories page. So when you click on the categories page, you have the option of generating a page for the categories page. But for the sake of this tutorial, we want to keep it simple. So I'm just going to stick with the landing page we currently have here. And if you look at the bottom of the page, you have the ability to export this to Figma, to also share this particular page, and then you have the option of looking at the code. So if I click on code, you can see the code. This is what we are going to use in Gemini to make this code base functional. And then you have the script tag as well that contains the Tailwind CSS configuration. So everything is looking good, everything is looking nice. You also have the option of downloading this particular code base. I think it's going to put it in a file for you to be able to use it on your desktop or your machine, as the case may be. So this is the current design we have, and with this we can now proceed to making this dynamic in Gemini. To do this, all I need to do is to click on the copy button we have down below and then head over to Gemini. So all I need to do is to present or to type out a prompt instructing Gemini on what to do. So I'm going to type out the first prompt, which is going to say build a responsive and dynamic shopping cart web application using the Fake Store API. You can see the Fake Store API contains all the products. If I head over to that particular REST API, which is products, you can see it has 20 products, and you can see the results of all the products when you click on get all products. So you have the product name, title, or non-name, the product title, the price, description, category, as well as image. So I also further tell Gemini to make use of the template below for the design, which is the template we copied from Readdy AI. Then we tell Gemini to create it as a vanilla JavaScript project. Depending on the project you want to create, if I had selected probably Next.js or probably Vue.js, I would have told Gemini to create a project in that particular framework instead of JavaScript. So finally, I tell Gemini to implement a mock checkout and payment functionality as well, and then make use of local storage for data persistence. So below this prompt, I'm going to paste in the code, and then all I need to do is to press enter, and let's watch Gemini perform its magic in making this dynamic. As you can see, the prompt has generated the code base for us. So we have the index.html file, we have the, when I scroll down a little bit, we have the style.css as well as the script.js. So to work with this, we need to create this inside of our Visual Studio Code editor. So I'm going to open up my terminal, and you can see I already have a folder created here, and then I already have it opened up in Visual Studio Code. So to do that, all you need to do is to type in code and dots. If you have Visual Studio Code, this shortcut command allows you to open up your VS Code. So in this project or in this directory, I'm going to create 3 files. The first one is index.html file. Then we have the style.css file, and finally we have the script.js file. These are the traditional files required to create a simple vanilla JavaScript project. Now let's start with the index.html file. So I'm going to grab the code, or better still, this style.css is the closest to us. So I'm just going to copy this and then head back to Visual Studio Code, open up the style.css, and then paste it in. For the index.html file, I'm going to click on the exclamation mark, and I have an emmet abbreviation that allows me to generate a boilerplate template, and then inside the body, we can just paste in everything we need in our index.html. Probably we don't even need to do this because this has already been generated for us in our Gemini project. So all I need to do is just to click on copy rather. So I'm going to copy this index.html code and then paste it in my Visual Studio Code project. So as you can see, it already has the script tag configured for us, that is the app, the script.js file. Without this, we would not have access to anything inside of this script.js. So it's just like a link. Adding the script tag here and adding the script.js to the src directory allows us to link our HTML to the JavaScript file. So this allows us to be able to have access to the JavaScript functionality. Another thing is the style.js. We need to import this above, and as you can see, it's already linked this already by referencing the style.css file with the href attributes using the link tag. So we have that linked up. So the last file we need to grab from Gemini code, not file actually. I keep making that mistake. So all I need to do is just scroll down a little bit, and then I'm going to copy this and then paste it inside of our script.js file. So I'm going to paste that right in, and we have all code ready to go. So I'm going to save everything we've done so far. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm not going to explain how any of this code works because we're making use of AI to generate our code base. And remember, it's making use of the fixed REST API, and basically all it's doing is just making sure everything is dynamic, as you will see by the time we launch this project by making use of live server. So quickly, I'm going to right click on the page and then scroll down a little bit and then click on open with live server. So as you can see, live server is opening the project for us in localhost 5500. 127.0.0.1 is like localhost already. So it's just on port 5500/index.html. So it's fetching the products from the fixed REST API. Remember, the product is now dynamic. It's no longer hard coded. So as you can see, we have a list of 10 products, or 20 because the shopping cart API has actually 20 products if I'm not wrong. And then we have the drop down as well, and then we have the price range as well. So if I drag the price range, you can see it kind of functional. It's dynamic. It's rendering the product dynamically depending on the price of the product. Then the features, you have the price from low to high, so it's filtering it from the lowest price to the highest price, which is $999.99. So we can also filter from high to low, which is $999.99, then down to the lowest price. And then the rating, the ones with the highest rating is going to get filtered, and then the name alphabetically is going to render the products. Then if I click on featured only, it's going to show only products that are featured only. And then the next thing I want to do is just to add this product's cart. So I'm going to select add to cart, and we're presented with the alert box native to the browser. I'm going to select OK, and if I scroll up, you can see that product has been added to cart, and I can increase the amount of the product I want, and you can see the total checkout price has increased. If I reduce it, it gets reduced, and I can add probably 2 more products. Let's add this Sandix as well as this red Up Now Women's Short Sleeve Moisture. Oh, I wish I could buy that for someone on Valentine's Day. So scrolling to the top of the page, let's try and check out. Our price is now $146. So if I click on proceed to checkout, you can also remove any of this product, but I'm going to leave them as they are. Probably increase this to 2, and then 3. Then click on proceed to checkout. Then it asks us to input payment details. You can just enter a random number, because remember in the prompts I say this is going to be a mock. As you can see, it's a mock checkout. So just fill in the fields the way you can, and then enter random characters. And if I click on pay now, you can see it's saying processing payment, and then it says payment successful, thank you for your purchase. So with that, we've been able to create a simple shopping cart application, and you can just add a payment gateway to this and you'll be ready to go in minutes. All you need to do is just to head back to Gemini and input a prompt that says you want to add Stripe probably or PayPal to the checkout, and it's going to present you with the code base. If you want me to work on that, you can just let me know in the comment section. I can take time out to implement a fully functional shopping cart application where we can simulate a real world scenario where users can make use of a proper cart functionality using platforms like Stripe and PayPal to check out. Let me know if you want something like that. But this video is just to show you how you can make use of Readdy AI to generate really nice design and then make it functional, making use of Gemini, and then the Pixel API as well to fetch the products dynamically from an external final source which simulates a real world process, and then adding a mock checkout as well as adding card details which are mock card details, not real world card details, and then being able to check out. So that's it for this tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comment section. I'll be so happy to answer your questions. And with that, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.